Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.
You got no chance. No chance at all. You got no chance. No chance at all. You got no chance.
So, the last video is a little rough. The person who left the comment that kind of started me off on the whole desire to make that video was like, I think that was my comment, and now I'm depressed. Like I said, it's not all bad. Like we're in the beginning of it, right? However you want to look at it, we're in the beginning of it. Whatever it is, we're in the beginning of it. So it's not going to get so bad probably in our lifetimes. I mean, it's just happening pretty fast, but at the same time, it's happening very slowly. There's a lot of pushback in a lot of places, and I mean, it's going to be another generation or two before we're going to be like well and truly fucked, and we'll even see if that's the case, because shit is so ridiculous, and children are on the forefront of it, so that every time an issue comes up, we have to consider the kids like as the most important fucking aspect of it, right? What are we going to do about this sewage problem in this fucking state, in this city? Oh, we got to think about the kids. Like it always, you know, so, and the kids see this shit, and the kids are smarter than we ever have given them credit to be. And they're seeing all the bullshit, and they're feeling it because they're dealing with a lot of it, and they're like, man, fuck this shit, and they're not happy about it. And they're lashing out in sometimes the funniest of ways. But, so, like I said, there's still going to be good times, and there's still going to be funny shit. Man, if I got some funny shit for you guys today. So, I don't know if you know this or not, but Donald Trump made a big speech last night. Anybody hear about that? All I heard about today was Lil DJ. But we'll get to him in a second. So, Donald Trump comes out, and I gotta say, first off, I really miss the old guy. I miss the Madam Speaker. I miss that dude. I don't like the new guy. He's not... I don't know. He's not as he's not as funny to me. But president comes out, and the Democrats all boo, and the Republicans all cheer, and then he goes up there, and one side of the room cheers, and the other side of the room just sits there just looking pissed. They're all in fucking, I guess pink is the color this year. I saw a lot of them in pink. Are they still wearing white? It was white for the longest time, but apparently now it's pink. I don't know. But, yeah, I saw a lot of people wearing clothes. And so the president gives this speech. And I didn't know it was a State of the Union. I don't know, but it kind of felt a lot like the State of the Union, but I think it was just a joint address. But it's like, we haven't really had that kind of shit in so fucking long that I'm like, what even was it? Was this like an official thing, or is he just talking again, or like what the fuck is going on? Because the president every day is doing 6 hours worth of press tours, so I'm like, whatever. He's giving a speech, cool, and he comes out, and it was like so too. He gives this part of the speech, and then he introduces a whole bunch of people, and then he gives the rest of the speech, and then he kind of shits on everybody, and and man, did he shit on the Democrats good. Like, he made a point that I made. Not too long after he became president. And I said that the border is cleaned up 90%, and that's ridiculous, because the man's not even sworn in yet. And he pointed that out and said that all we really needed to solve that unsolvable problem was a different president. And that shit, oh, I was fucking howling. Because then they panned all the Democrats, and they're all... And, you know, he introduced a lot of sob stories. Because that's what you do. Like, you know, there's the hard numbers, and then there is the human element, too. And when we got to the human element portion of the fucking show, which was right after the swimwear section. Right when we got to the human element part, he introduces this kid, Lil DJ. And Lil DJ stands up in his little policeman's outfit, and he was adorable. And I'm not I'm not trying to poke fun at the kid. He seems a very fine kid, you know. I like his aspirations. They're good aspirations to have. He seems an upright citizen. But man, the president mentioned that the child had brain cancer, and that's unfortunate. You know, that sucks, man. That's just some bullshit. And he mentions that the kid, little DJ, his dream was to be a police officer, and that many police stations have made him an honorary policeman many times over. And I'm kind of looking at him and I'm like, you know, he looks like he's been on the force for about 10 years. Like, look, man, he's 13, and man, that mustache. I know 21-year-olds that would fucking kill for that mustache. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to throw shit on the kid. I'm just saying, goddamn, the Lord has blessed you in many ways. Nevertheless, little DJ comes up, and the president says all this stuff, and he's like, and I have asked the head of the Secret Service, the head of the Secret Service, to make you an honorary Secret Service member. And I'm like, that's cool as fuck. And he comes down with a badge and shit. Like, he gives the kid and the kid's like, what? It was such a great moment. And he hugged the guy, and I mean, it was very cool. His dad was fucking losing his shit. And I'm like, you know, that's awesome. That's awesome. Little DJ, honorary member of the Secret Service. And I'm like, you know, I'll bet you this. I bet you that kid is better than many of the girls that were there that fateful day. I bet he could put his gun back in his holster. But I don't think they're going to issue him a firearm. But that point, I believe, that specific point right there, I don't believe they're going to issue him a firearm. Point was lost on some people. Now look, alright, I do have one thing to say about it. It does set an uncomfortable precedent for me, right? Because look, when the girls wanted to play around and be in the army, we were like, alright, well, if you can get in, you can get in. And they said, but we can't get in because it's too tough. And they said, alright, well, we'll institute girl rules. And then the guys went, well, that's fucked up. Why do we have to deal with dude rules and they get girl rules? And then they went, alright, well, then I guess just everybody has to meet the girl rules. And we just lowered the standard, right? And then when the girls wanted to play in the police force, same fucking thing. We'll just lower the standards. We wonder why there's so much police fucking shit going on nowadays. Maybe it's because the standards are too fucking low. I don't know. But nevertheless, we lower the standards. And when the girls wanted to play at being firemen, you know what the firemen said? Fuck you. You have to be able to drag, at the very least, a 200-pound dead weight. Because most people in this fat-ass country are 200 pounds, and we're not doing their nails, bitch. We're pulling them out of burning buildings. You have to be able to drag 200-pound weights. And the girls went, well, okay, I don't want to get all smoky anyways. And so they didn't want to play that game anymore. We just forgot about that shit, right? But now, we got a 13-year-old kid. Like, this is the standard. I mean, look, I'm not saying I don't believe that he can meet the girl standards. I bet he can. But he's 13. The standards are clearly too... Can you put that gun in the holster? See? He's so good. Anyways, alright, I'm done making fun of the girls. So... okay, wait, hold on a second. I'm done making fun of the girls broadly, but there are some girls I'm about to make fun of. Because on Rachel Maddow's show, like, at this point, I honestly wonder if Rachel hasn't just said, fuck it. Like, I know I'm going to get fired. My ratings are tanking. I'm just a giant piece of shit. I know I'm going to be kicked out the fucking door soon, so just fuck it at this point. Like, I honestly think she's throwing up her hands and she's just giving up. Because Rachel Maddow's on with that dumb blonde chick. Like, this is the crazy thing. I don't even know her fucking name. You want to know why? She's not important enough for me to know her fucking name. I know Lil DJ's name. I don't know his last name because everybody calls him Lil DJ. But I know DJ's name. But I don't know that bitch's. I don't know that blonde bitch's name. Whoever the fuck it is. She's like, I hope someday he doesn't wind up committing suicide after having to protect the Capitol against Donald Trump's people. And I'm like, first of all, he's 13. Like, Donald Trump's probably going to be dead before he's even going to be of an age to have to deal with that kind of shit. He's going to have to be in his 20s at least before he's going to be protecting the fucking Capitol building. So we got another good 7 years or so. Donald Trump isn't in his fucking 60s. He's in his 80s. And so very many people want to kill him. So I don't think DJ's ever going to commit suicide because he had to defend the Capitol against Donald Trump's people. Like, just these asinine motherfuckers. Like, what an asinine fucking thing to say. Like, I know, no matter what it is, we have to bring it back to other shit we made up and made into a big snafu so that we can bring back to that shit someday. But oh my God, you dumb fucks really need to learn how to read the fucking room. Like, kid with brain cancer, right? Hopefully recovering wonderfully. He's up there, right? And Donald Trump is like, you know what? I had a great idea back in the green room. Me and Elon were talking, and we were like, you know what we really need to come up with some of this money that we're saving with Doge? The federal Make-A-Wish program. Fuck it, let's make this kid a Secret Service member. Why not? What fun. And they're like, well, I hope he doesn't kill himself someday because of this shit. You dumb whore. What is wrong with you people? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I want an answer. But, so then Rachel Maddow, who, like I said, is like, fuck it. She's like, you know, I think it's just disgusting that he's just using this poor kid to give him the time of his fucking life. His short, already way too miserable life. Like, that kid has lived a more miserable life than I fucking have. And I'm 45. That kid has been through a lot of fucking shit. Exploitation or not, that's pretty cool. Like, no matter how you want to look at it, at the end of the day, the look on that kid, the stunned shock look on that kid's face when he's like, what just happened? And then the dude comes down and gives him a badge, and he's like, I got a badge. Like, that was amazing. And it's disgusting for any reason. Can we at least all agree that the spirit of the thing was there? Right? Like, let's give this kid a cool time. Can we? Or is it because he's black, Rachel? Is that what it was disgusting about it? Is because he's black? Is that what it is? Like, you all make it racial every time it's fucking racial. So let's just make it racial. Why not? That'll be fun. Is that what it is, Rachel? It's because he's black? See, this is why you guys can't have me be famous. Because, like, look. If she ever actually saw that shit, whoa, I'd be on Fox the next day going, well, I don't give a shit. I don't care, fuck her. Like, because, dude, seriously, what is wrong with you? Like, at this point, I can't even argue that it's not technically him exploiting the kid, because I can certainly argue that he is. It's all a setup. He brings in a little kid with cancer, and we're going to make him a Secret Service member. And the Democrats go, Wow, okay. Well, that was fucking predictable. He brings in these people to talk about the amazing things that happen with them, the things that happen with them, the sad things happening with these people, sad things happening with these people, and they just sit there, don't fucking care. These are the people that really want you to understand how much they care about you. So long as you have nothing to do with Donald Trump. Because as soon as you have something to do with Donald Trump, you're just a piece of shit to them. And it couldn't be more... Tell me any way that they could be more clear about that. They don't fucking care about you. Unless you're their slave. If you're a slave to their ideology, if you're a slave to their way of thinking, if you're a slave to everything they want to force upon you and make you do, then you're cool. But if you want to be free in any aspect, well, then they're going to break you. Whatever it takes, they'll break you. Tell me I'm wrong.